Hey guys, Brody here with Squids Pressure Washing LLC, Kansas City's highest rated pressure washing service and a veteran owned business. Today we're going to fire out the starting line. Coming in hot, we're going to talk about the 5 best decisions I've made in my pressure washing business so that we can hopefully have some conversations down below. I'd love to hear what the 5 best decisions you think you've made in your business is. Because selfishly, I want to steal your good ideas. So we'll get started with number 5. The 5th best decision I think I've made in my pressure washing business is to buy used equipment when available. I buy used equipment when available. Not, I don't look for the perfect used deal. I don't look for and wait for the best price on the best used equipment to show up. I buy used equipment that is serviceable, that will make money, that I can use to learn on, fix on, repair myself, and have saved thousands upon thousands of dollars by doing it that way. If you need to buy new, you can find plenty of the least expensive suppliers out there that also have great support. But the savings that I have enjoyed by buying used equipment regularly have gone into marketing and business development, which, in my opinion, is far more important, especially when you're starting out, than brand new equipment. So if you can save a couple thousand extra dollars and put that into testing some kind of marketing in your area, that's a better use of your money, in my opinion. So number 5, buying used equipment when available. The 4th best decision I've made in my pressure washing business is to switch from Housecall Pro to Markate, and I started out with Joist. So I guess that decision train should be start out with something that will get you going, that will help you send estimates and invoices and collect payment, but move on to a professional service software company as soon as possible. Housecall Pro is fantastic. Sends on the way texts, sends job started and job finished texts, sends follow-ups, all kinds of stuff, invoice estimates, profit and loss. But I think with a la carte options, I was paying around $170 a month for Housecall Pro. I found Markate. Markate, I'm currently paying $35 for what is, in my opinion, almost identical software, to include a $5 a month feature that will follow up with customers and request reviews. I've used Nice Job. I think I was paying $50 a month for Nice Job or something close to that. I was paying $200 a month for Broadly, which I think was nothing more than Nice Job with a chat bubble on your website, and not really impressed. The best way to get reviews is to ask for them personally when you're on the phone or in person with a customer, and send a follow-up email or text with the links. Markate's review request feature is just another reminder to have them do that for you. But it's $5 a month versus $50 to $200 a month, which is really nice. Number 3, the 3rd best decision I've made in my business is to hire an answering service before the call volume got unmanageable. When I hired the answering service, the call volume was definitely manageable. I was still waiting through 15 to 20 spam phone calls a day and spending a lot of time on the phone. But now the call volume would be completely unmanageable. And the answering service filters a lot of those calls, whether it's spam, whether it's somebody calling to ask for something you don't do, or somebody calling to tell you your Google listing is at risk, because that happens 10 times a day. The answering service filters through those, so by the end of the day or about midday, I get 3 to 5 to 7 leads that are legitimate leads that I can call with potential to be revenue producing leads. And the answering service will also input their customer information, their address, email address, everything. And sometimes they'll even help you sell jobs over the phone so that you don't even have to call. So that's number 3. The answering service I use, I can't recommend to anybody else because I've tried to refer them, and my referrals have not received calls or emails or any kind of communication from the answering service. But they've been fantastic for me, which is kind of heartbreaking. They've been great for me. I've tried to refer them out. I don't know that they're taking on any more customers, but you can find answering services. You can find 100 pages on Google of answering services, and they're incredibly inexpensive for what you get out of them, for the return that you get. So hire an answering service. Number 2, the second best decision I've ever made in my business is to implement flat rates for very limited number of services that I provide. I don't provide everything under the sun. And tied for second is giving estimates / quotes over the phone. I think that's only possible because of the flat rates and the list of 5 to 7 questions that I have for residential, and the list of 10 to 12 questions that I typically use for commercial. And I can give quotes over the phone for everything except large commercial. I'd say small to medium commercial, about 80% of the time I can give a quote over the phone. And residential, 99% of the time I can give a quote over the phone. So switching to flat rates, giving quotes over the phone, it keeps me from driving all over town, saves me a ton of extra time, money, energy. So moving to flat rates and giving quotes over the phone is the second best decision I've made. And now I'll tell you guys the best decision I've ever made in my business. I just implemented this officially this past year, and it has paid dividends. I hope that drum roll came through, because that was probably the best drum roll I've ever done. The number one best decision I've made in my pressure washing business, or service business in general, is to shrink my service area. And I know I've said it in a couple other videos. I put it on multiple posts at the PWRA forum. Focusing my marketing efforts into 3 municipalities within about 20 minutes of home base versus 1 hour of downtown Kansas City, which takes me 15 minutes to get to anyway, has been the best decision by far, because I am seen in the same 3 locations every day. I am seen in the same neighborhoods on loop. The same amount of marketing dollars that I was spending on a much larger service area, I'm able to focus to a smaller service area, and I'm able to do more jobs in less time without driving all over town to find out that it's something that I don't even really want to do. So shrink your service area. Be known in that service area as the go-to person. That's really tough to do if you're an owner operator, you've only got a handful of employees to do that in a very large service area anyway. But even if you have, I'd say, a medium-sized service company, if you focus your efforts in just a handful of HOAs and a very small handful of municipalities that aren't very far away from you, it will pay dividends. It will sell more jobs by being seen for you, and being in the same neighborhoods. Neighbors love to talk to neighbors, and you'll always be seen in those same areas daily on repeat. And marketing, it typically takes 7 touches, if I remember correctly, which is pretty easy to do. It'll take you about a month to be seen 7 times in specific neighborhoods if you're marketing correctly and narrowly in very small municipalities and HOAs. and you will be busier than you have ever been and saving a lot of mileage and a lot of money on gas. So shrinking my service area by far has been the best decision I've made. Stick around because I'm going to give you a bonus. I'm going to tell you a bonus decision that I think has been really helpful and has saved a lot of time, money, energy, and frustration for my business. The bonus. You guys ready for the bonus? The bonus is that I have always stockpiled backup parts and fittings and hoses, and even pumps, electronics, wires, bolts, belts for my backups. I've always had at least 2 of everything I would need at any given time, and that has saved me a ton of time and energy, almost no downtime to repair things. I always have things on hand. They're in an organized manner, so they're easy to find. And making repairs on a job site has been instrumental in helping me make money the day I was supposed to make money, and also saving me time and money by not needing to push jobs out. Double bonus, I own 2 of every wrench above 18 millimeters all the way to 26, and 2 of every wrench above 3/4 of an inch all the way to 1 inch. The reason that is, I don't like fussing with adjustables. The wrenches in those sizes tend to have long handles. You get a lot more leverage. You break things free faster. It's easier to tighten them down properly. In conjunction with a vise that's also mounted on my trailer. Between something as silly, and the wrenches are about $6 a piece and worth every penny. The wrenches, the vise on the trailer, and having backups for my backups has been incredibly helpful and limited downtime to maybe 2 or 3 days out of the entire season. And that's usually something that is a little bigger, a little more complicated, like replacing seals in a pump head, replacing pistons, something like that, that may not have all the specialized tools on hand for doing that at a job site. But fittings, small stuff, O-rings, whip lines, you name it. I even carry a spare unloader. With every pump, there's a second unloader that's ready to go on it at any given time. So I hope that's helpful. Let me know what your guys' 5 best decisions have been in your business. Let's have a dialogue. Let's have a chat in the comments below. Because again, I want to steal your good ideas. If you haven't liked, please like the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I'm slowly creeping toward 1,000 subscribers, at which point the effort that I'm putting into these videos can be rewarded a little bit financially by YouTube. They're allowed to put some ads in. So subscribe if you haven't already. I would appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.